You descended from the cosmos, specifically for a human experience. This is what I'll be walking today. I don't know, how long it is, but I have my Steps app and it'll tell me how far I walked. This park is gorgeous, 100% gorgeous. So I am going to let you see what I am seeing, discover this park with me, explore it with me, as we should. New country, we're learning new things, seeing new things together. Look at that. Look. The way that Bangkok meshes industrialization with nature, top tier, okay? So, things I've learned. I haven't mapped this out. I haven't pre-written this. This is straight off the dome, okay? Maybe that isn't how I should be approaching this, but this is my channel, so I'm gonna do what I want. Number one, everyone does not have the same heart as you. Everyone doesn't have the same heart as you, hon. You have to know that. Some of these things, some of you already know, of course. Oh, I found a water monitor. He is chilling too. Look, hold on. Are you gonna be able to see him though? Oh, I don't know if you can see him, but he is just chilling over there. I'll try to put like a arrow or something here so you can see what I'm talking about. But yes, not everyone has the same heart as you. As you're going through life, especially if you're really young, you have to know that just because you would do X, Y, and Z, it doesn't mean that, other people are going to also do X, Y, and Z. Just because you have certain values or you operate in a certain way, right? Either because of your environment, how you were raised, the values your parents instilled in you. This isn't typically shared, right, by everyone, and you have to know that. You have to know that. That will protect you. This girl getting content. Hi, good morning. Another black girl over there. This is cool. Yeah, let me walk around here too to keep talking. Number two. A lot of times when we go through things in life, our trials, our tribulations, oh my God, look at that. Look at that. Look at that view. Oh God. Wow. Are y'all keeping up with me? Do y'all like this? Like me looking at things and talking at the same time, I know some other creators that do this. They will kind of like just show this and that's it. They won't say anything, but I feel like it's important for you guys to like know me a little bit. If you're watching me, you should know me. You should know a little bit about me at least. Number two, trials and tribulations. Sometimes when we go through these trials and tribulations in life, I think we like to, oh, well, that situation and that person did this, and if they would have never, and this and that, and them and they, and he and she did, and the. At some point, at some point, you have to take accountability for your own life. You have to take accountability for your own life. You have to. Yes, we go through things. Pain is a part of life. That is, it just is what it is, right? But, for example, I'll put this in terms for myself. I made the decision to move out here, right? I made the decision to move out here. If something happens to me out here, yes, hey, I'm looking at the other person like WTH, but at the end of the day, I brought myself here, right? Somebody does something to me, okay, well, I invited them into my life, right? At this point, I should know better about who to have around me and who not because of my level of discernment, right? So, accountability is huge, 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 huge. It has helped me tremendously. Being able to look at my life and say, you know what? Yes, I shouldn't have done that. Most things, I will say, and I say this about myself, because most things in life, before or when I met that person, when I got that job, when I joined that organization, when I moved to that place, when I bought XYZ, when I went to that event, before I did all of that, I knew that I shouldn't have. I knew that I shouldn't have accepted certain people into my life. I knew that I shouldn't have went to certain events. I knew that I shouldn't have joined certain organizations or gotten certain jobs. I knew that I shouldn't have. There was always a feeling beforehand. But you know what it was? I thought, well, I can't prematurely judge things. I can't just not accept somebody without giving them, they haven't done anything to me. They haven't said anything, and I just got to give things a chance. I just got to give things a chance, girl. Listen, if your intuition is telling you, no, don't do that, you have to listen to it. It's trying to help you. It's trying to protect you. Your intuition knows what is best for you. You know what is best for you, for your life. It's your life, hon. It's your life. Nobody knows you like you. No one knows you like you. Not your parents, not your friends, not your siblings. You descended from the cosmos, specifically for a human experience. It was your time to have a human experience, either if it was your first, your last, your second, whatever. You're here now having a human experience. You were born in transformed forms to have a life, right? Most of the time, unless you're like a twin or a triplet or something, you're born alone. You were born by yourself. And you will die by yourself. Yes? You live in your body. Only you know what your thoughts are. Only you know what your true, deepest, darkest desires are. Only you know what your real potential is, right? So I guess this is number 3 right now I'm coming up on, but it's so important to know yourself, to have a relationship with you. The only way you're going to do that, I guess this is number 4 right now, is spending time with you, spending time with yourself. Oh my God. I have to show you this. Oh my God. Different things popping up as I'm on this walk around Benjakitti. I think I'm going to walk 2 times. Somebody having a run in the park. Good morning. How are you? Good? Oh, we have little boats. We have little paddle boats that we can take on the little ponds. Look at this. So cute. Swadika. So you get your stuff there, you get your paddles there, and then you have all the little, you have little ducks. So cute. And then behind the ducks they have like whales. The blue ones are whales, and then back here those are just 2-person things. They don't have like the little kitty design. But they're so cute. See, down there, I guess I'm not close enough, so I don't know if you can see that. I can see it clearly, but I don't know if the camera's picking it up. I hope you can see that. You have to know yourself. The way you're going to do that is you have to spend time with yourself. You have to spend time with yourself, right? You have to be alone. But this is something that so many people are so scared of. So many people are scared to spend time by themselves. They fear being alone. This is either like in, going out, like taking yourself out on a date, or just being alone, like not being in a relationship. Oh my God. That is like death to so many people. They don't know who they are without being attached to other people. That's being in like a friend group or being in a relationship. It's interesting to me. It's kind of like, I will say human beings are built for connection. You cannot be alone your entire life, I'm not saying, you got to cut everybody off and not have any friends or family or relationships with anybody or nothing. But what I am saying is, I believe that it is extremely healthy to have certain periods in your life where you are with yourself, That is how you get to know yourself, because you don't have any outside influences from anybody telling you, oh, well, that's wrong, you shouldn't do that, and you can't do this. And when you start trying, you'll notice another thing I've learned is it is very wise to keep your plans, to keep your desires, to keep your wants and your needs. Well, I shouldn't say wants and needs, because you gotta, you gotta express that to the people in your life, relationships. So give and take. They can give you what you need, you can give them what they need. But your desires, your plans, your thoughts, you have to keep that close. You have to keep that close. Close to your heart. Something that we crave as human beings in this life is to be understood, right? We want to be loved, yes, but I think to be understood is on a different level. I think that to be loved, truly loved, is to be understood at some level. But I think expressing yourself to someone and having that person say, oh, it's something. Girl, look. Oh my God, I could have sworn something was on my ankle. I could have sworn something was biting me on my ankle, girl. Woo. Look, I'm in a different country, okay? In America, I know about the ants, I know about the mosquitoes, I know about the horseflies, I know about, all that stuff, all the nuisances. But here I'm still learning, so I'm like, whoa, whoa, whoa. Everything I see, everything that, whoa, what is that? To express yourself, to express certain parts of yourself, and for another human being to say, yeah, I feel that. Yeah, I get you. I understand. There's a satisfying, calming feeling that comes with that. It kind of makes you feel like, oh wow, this is home. This is a place that I can rest. This is a place where I don't have to perform. This is a place where I don't have to be anything but me, because there's an understanding there. And I think most people are searching far and wide for that. Just a place where you could just be you and kind of expose yourself without judgment, without ridicule. Oh, that is so cool. Oh my God. Dang, now I feel like I want to go on that side. Look at this. So nice how the vegetation is grown. Look, as the park grows older, these trees, these branches, the vines, they will, of course, this is how it was constructed, but they will grow along this structure. Oh, so pretty. So pretty. There'll just be an overhang of these huge leaves. Look at that. It's already starting right there. Oh, so nice. I just love this park. Can you tell? Can you tell that I'm in love with this park? But understanding, yes, I feel like that is what we truly crave. Understanding and love. And people are searching far, wide, top, bottom, everywhere for that. In a society that puts people in boxes, that says, you are woman, this is how you're supposed to be. You are man, this is how you're supposed to be. You are black, this is how you're supposed to be. This is what is prescribed to you. Yes, you're black. This is what's prescribed for you. You're a woman. This is what's prescribed for you. You're a man. This is what's prescribed for you. This is how you're supposed to be. This is how you're supposed to live and walk and talk and be, right? And so if you are different than what is prescribed to you, right? This is your profession. This is what you are. And you should never, ever, you can never, ever change from that, right? You've chosen to be a doctor. So that's what you are, a doctor. And you operate within what is prescribed for how doctors are to be, right? Same thing for a dentist, same thing for a lawyer, same thing for a teacher. This is what you are, and this is how you behave, and this is the box that is preset for you, and this is how you live your life. Swadika. So when you break free from that, when you have interests or hobbies or mannerisms or differences that are not prescribed to you in the box, right? The box that fits so nicely in people's brains. If you operate outside of that box, if you do anything outside of that box, no, you got to be punished for stepping outside of that box. And how are you punished? People talking crap, people sabotaging, trying to quietly sabotage you, people lying about you, making up things, So that understanding, if you are a different type of person, if you are somebody that someone would say, or that society would say, is weird, like myself, weird. They'll try to say, oh, you're weird, you're different, you're this, you're that, because you don't fit inside that perfect little pretty box that goes inside their brain and just comforts them because they know exactly what you are. If you are any type of different, life will be interesting for you. And coming across that level of understanding from another person, woo, it's difficult. That's not even just relationship-wise, that's friendship-wise, that's everything-wise. Most people will misunderstand you, and most people will be committed to misunderstanding you if you're different. If you go against the grain, right? Especially if you have a platform where you talk about it. Ooh, don't talk about it. Oh, no. Mm-mm. Don't bring it to light. Don't say these things, you know? I had somebody recently, somebody asked me, oh, I made it. Look, I've been yapping this whole time, yapping to y'all, and I made it. Look, this is the front, the gate. Oh yeah, so I had somebody ask me recently about he scared me. Look, this bald man with the beard, like, look, he run by, he making noises in the bushes to get my attention, because look, he's on the other side running, and I'm here walking. Anybody who knows anything will know the difference between a mindset that is rooted in negativity and a mindset that is rooted in reality, right? I have been an optimist, and I choose to be an optimist in certain aspects of life, aspects of my life, right, where it calls for it. But generally speaking, right, you have optimism, you have pessimism, and right in the middle, you have realism. That is where I like to live. That is where I like to live. So when you really start to acknowledge, talk about, and ooh, sprinklers in the way, I gotta go behind it. When you start to acknowledge, talk about, and really put things into perspective, like when you bring reality to the light, a lot of people cannot take that. What did Pharrell say in Lemon? The first thing he said in that song, the very first thing he said, ooh, shoot, hold on, sprinkler, hold on, I'm trying to, ooh, got a little wet, it wasn't that bad, but the first thing he says in that song is, the truth will set you free, but first it'll piss you off. Right? The very first line in that song. And it's true. People don't like the truth. They want to be coddled in lies, right? But I don't like that. I don't like that. So I just prefer to look at things realistically. Aww, so cute. Hi. Or Sawadika. Yes. Hi. So cute, little kids. Yes, I prefer to be realistic about things. And sometimes that rubs people the wrong way. I think a lot of times because they're not expecting that. They're not expecting someone to you know, point out certain things. And they try, sometimes just because of how I look, people will try to, oh, let me play devil's advocate and go against her. Oh, let me take her down a peg and, neg, right? Oh, let me give her a compliment, but then I'll sneak an insult in there too, because, actually, let me not even do that. That's another video for another time. Oh, I just love it here. Look at the little playground for the kids over there. I think, I don't know, I think this area is probably my favorite. I have to come back here and bring a mat so I can do some stretching, do some yoga, do some riding, I mean, the birds. Ooh, okay, is that hold on. No, is that a raven? Is that a crow? What is that? What kind of bird is that? If you know, please comment below. And there's another one. That's him making that noise, talking. I gotta look that up based on how he's talking, how he sounds, if that's a raven or a crow. Omens. This is one of my favorite parts of the park. This, and then where I was before, with the bench where I was sitting down. The sprinkler almost got me. Look at that view. Oh, just a gorgeous view of the city. Oh my God, I need to come back here at night. I know this is just so pretty. Oh, I love doing day and night, looking at things, the lights from the buildings. I love nature, but I will tell you, city lights, there's beauty in that as well, It's more of a man-made thing, but there is still beauty in that. Wow, this has been a great morning getting this walk. I'm glad I came here to get this walk this morning instead of going to the gym. I mean, I love going to the gym, of course. It's someone I used to date called the gym their sanctuary. And I don't want to bite off of him, but it's kind of like that for me, releasing, building, sculpting. God, it's just so lush over here. I love this. I love this park. Okay, guys, so that is it. That is my video on Benjakitti Park. We walked, we talked, we had a good time, and now I know and now you know. So thank you for watching. I appreciate your support, your time, and your energy, and I'll see you on the next one.